decide to scoot in. Hello, everybody. This is going to be video 694. Um, Having kind of a rough day, and but in my travels today, I had a couple of shining moments that I guess I want to share. And the main point of it, what I think the title of the video is going to be about our potential selves. Through my work, I'm taking a couple courses on living better, eating better, exercising better, to help with my weight, whatnot. My company is really good about giving you the support that you need, training that you need. They used to actually have nurses call you. Oh, I lose my son here. That's okay. Um, but anyway, but the course talked about, you know, they in the course it's called eating lean or living lean, and they talked about where we were initially and where we want to be. And it talked about, they called it a muncher. They assume that if you're overweight, you snack. It's a bunch of bullshit. But anyway, but they said if you're not a muncher and you're not living lean, then what are you? And the speaker said, you are the potential for living lean. You may not be doing it at the moment, but you are the potential for what might be. You know, you're a possibility. And I guess when I heard that, I immediately thought about transgender stuff. Because when we're in the first year of that transition and we made the decision, we're going to do it, we're seeing a counselor, we're trying to get our letters written, trying to get, on hormones or whatnot, we're trying to get our ducks in a row, and we just want those changes. I made a video the other day about, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. But we ask ourselves, well, what am I? What am I? I'm not a man. I'm not a woman. Well, what am I? It's what I would call the pupa stage, but, what am I? And it reflected to me today, like I said, we are the possibility of what might be. And let me take the gender out of it and say, because if you're female to male, it's the reverse. But, I'm not one. I want to be the other. I'm trying to become this other. But what am I in the middle? And it's not like we can turn ourselves off for that period of time while we're waiting for those changes to take effect. It's not like we can, shut down or ignore the fact that we're in the middle. What do you do when, you finally get mammed or sirred at the drive-through and you make it through and you go to pay and your debit card is your dead name, or you get asked for your driver's license and they look at, and they're like, oh, you know we are something for a large portion of this process. We are the potential for what might be. We are the possibility of the outcome, whether that be to be a man if you're a trans man, to be a woman if you're a trans woman. If you're non-binary, I don't quite have a solution for that, but it was that idea of the possibility. And it's unfortunate for those of us who have sort of brushed with suicidal thoughts, and we're like, this isn't happening fast enough, or I'll never make it. We doubt ourselves so easily, so many obstacles while we're in the process of changing our physical forms. And you know when I tried to kill myself the first time, you know the security guard that was watching me while I was in the hospital, he said to me, you know it seems like the only way you're not going to get to where you want to go is if you kill yourself. And it's true. It's true. You know, it may take a longer period of time than we'd like, but the only way we're going to fail is if we kill ourselves. We stop ourselves. You know, they say you'll miss every target you don't aim at. But so that's probably the chunk of this video. Again, if you're in that transitory that period, again, what I kind of call the pupa stage, you're in the process of changing your body. You know, you are living the potential of what will be, and we all go through it. We all go through it. In my case, I didn't tell anybody I was transitioning. I just did it, you know, and it got to the point that I needed to tell my supervisor. You know, my company kind of had a policy of men and women haircuts. My hair got a little shaggy, right? Because I let it grow out, and I finally had to kind of say to my supervisor, I just need to let you know I'm in the process of transitioning. I'm transgender. And he was like, oh, okay. You know, well, let's call HR and, get the paperwork going and make sure I'm doing everything I need to do to help you out and that you have all the resources that you need. You know, I didn't walk in, leave work on a Monday and come in on a Tuesday and say, oh, I'm transitioning. You know, so that's kind of the first part. The second part, which is probably going to be totally only for me, is it was about a year ago. I tried to kill myself the second time, and so I'm very happy to be alive right now. I'm glad my body's resilient, but I don't know where I'm going with that. Oh, I can't cry, and I feel the need to cry. I'm very sad, and I feel the need to cry, but I can't. I've not had estrogen since October, just about 12 months ago. And I'm just my body was such that I was raised to hold emotions in. It was the way I was brainwashed by my family, and so I just don't cry, but I have that need. I have that desire to cry. I'm a little bit upset right now because I was without insurance while I was unemployed. And then later, when I was employed, the job I was at was one of the things where they worked me the most they could possibly work me without giving me health insurance. Sort of taking advantage of the laws. Um, so, I went to the hospital because of a blood clot, and I'm gonna end up paying probably about $3,000 for it, and I don't have the money. And you know, I've been working in my current job for 4 or 5 months, and usually I have a health savings account and I have a year that goes by and I'm able to save, and I haven't been able to do that. I've been paying, money for my health needs out of my money, my personal, checking account, not my health savings account. And my daughter has expenses that are coming up, and right now I'm just kind of in freak out mode. Ah, but also that poor me, I don't have the ability to cry and say, well, this sucks, you know. Um, so I'm very reminded of what I was like before I transitioned, and I wasn't very good at expressing my emotions, and I couldn't cry. And so I'm reminded of how I used to live. Just suck it up. Just suck it up. And just letting the emotions build. And then one day it'll all come out. It'll all come out. Something, 4 or 5 things will be, behind the dam, and it'll all come out. Excuse me, I gotta wet my whistle. So I'm working on that. But something that happened that made me want to cry in a good way, um, over the weekend, in my D&D game. Um, One of my players, she's playing a bard, and you know, normally, normally in a D&D game, you know, so and so says, "Okay, I'm a thief. I'm gonna pick the lock." You know, I'm a priest. I'm gonna heal the sick. Okay, and so when Dee the bard said, "I'm gonna go take care of my clothes, and then I'm gonna come down and perform for the inn," you know, we were like, okay, hey, roll performance. I was prepared as DM. DC 15, she would do great. Standing ovation if she rolled over a 20, whatever. Well, not this time. Dee the bard actually sang. The player, uh, she sang. She sang a song. She sang the whole damn song. She sang the Rainbow Connection, all the verses to it. And it just, maybe this is what I need to kick me over the bump. But I thought about her, and I was so happy for her, because if we've experienced similar emotions in our lives and in our transitions, it has got to be liberating. I can only imagine. And like I said, I'm identifying with it my own way. But to think about someone who was able to sing a song as a woman beautifully, you know, gives you goosebumps. And how long maybe did they withhold that inside of themselves? How long? And this is where it comes out of that into this channel. How long? How long do we carry things and we hold them in, and I can't do it because I'm in the wrong body. I can't do it. I can't do it. That pain, that denial, that you could say shame and guilt, and then one day to be able to express it. you know oh golly. Ooh, wish I could cry, baby. I'm right on the verge of it. Tears of joy, tears of happiness. um I can't think of anything for me. I'm not a singer. I don't know. I don't have that. Hmm. But like I said, for her to be able to sing, and all of us, all the players, I mean, well, the players, I'm the DM, but the other players, you could watch their expressions in the Zoom chat. They were like, "My God, she's singing a song, and how beautiful it is," you know. So it touched deep, it touched deep, and I was very happy for her. And in the same way that I'm happy, and I hope for. Oh, please don't step on the keyboard, Kitty, my son. Uh, ooh, God, I wish I could let it out. Boy, if I was on estrogen, it would just. But I have wall up. It's my son. Hi, my son. My son could tell that I needed help, attention. I think he's trying to get. I'll hold you, baby. But anyway, I wanted to share that. D&D in of itself, a good D&D game, a good role playing game, is magic. It truly is just magic. It is something that allows people to enjoy themselves, and you know, there's a bit of release, some catharsis. You know, to have fun and to contribute to a, you know, it's an active story and whatnot. And like I said, none of us expected her to sing. And she's so beautiful. She's a beautiful person. She's a beautiful voice. And I just wonder, and here I'm putting my own vicariousness into it, but, you know, if we grow up and you know, and maybe again I shouldn't assume. I shouldn't assume what she went through, but I can tell you what I went through. The years of just thinking I was going to be ugly and unattractive, which jury's out on that, but I like the way that I look. Um, I could improve on things, don't get me wrong. But, you know, all the years that you know, all the excuses that I made to keep myself from being myself. And to see her sing was just so liberating. Mm. Cut deep. It was a deep cut. It was a deep cut. Maybe it kind of reached in and nudged some things that are kind of deep within me that I haven't dealt with. I don't know. But it was definitely, it was tears of happiness. And today, while I was at work, while I was doing my job, um, in between things, you know, I had flashbacks of the weekend and of the game, and that moment, like I said, she sang, and then she sang. She kept on singing. It was, we were all just like, oh my gosh. Mm. Mm. I was happy to experience it. I was happy to. I hope that everyone gets that. They get that experience to be their authentic self and whatnot. So, mm. Woo, the roller coaster is going up and down. So anyway, so I'm gonna leave that here, and I certainly wish the best of luck to each of us. Um, do you think we'll ever make it? We probably have made it, but I mean, do you think we'll ever get to the point? Well, I say, darn it, Robin, finish a thought before you go on to the next one, right? Just about the nirvana, I guess, maybe, of what transitioning was. I guess we have it. We have it if we want it. if we're realistic about what we can achieve, um, I don't know. I don't know. But if I was to die of natural causes, I can definitely tell you that I've lived. I've lived my life. I don't have any regrets. Uh, I think we all have the regret of, oh, I wish I would have done it sooner. But that's circumstantial. But anyway, best of luck to you in becoming your authentic self as you define what that authentic self is. And back to the other thought about potential. Um, we may be the potential future self forever, but focusing just on that first year of transition, as we're taking the pills or we're putting the patch on or we're giving the injection, and we're like, when will I look the way I feel? Or when will I begin to feel more like I want to look, or whatnot? Food for thought. All right, till next time. Good luck. Take care.